How do we explain correctional officers having illicit relationships with the ones they're meant to guard? It's really crazy. Nancy Gonzalez. In 2014, 29-year-old Nancy Gonzalez, a correctional officer at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, got pregnant by a notorious inmate, Ronell Wilson, who was serving a life sentence for killing 2 NYPD officers. Their relationship went on for 4 months, and Gonzalez eventually admitted her actions were influenced by loneliness and personal struggles. 4 guards. Tavon White, the notorious Black Guerrilla family leader, was caught by the authorities in 2015. However, while in prison, he successfully had affairs with 4 female guards. Shockingly, they all got pregnant for him. Not only did these guards have an affair with Tavon, but they also helped him smuggle contraband into the facility. Kelly Ann McDade. Kelly Ann was a former prison officer who got pregnant for an inmate named Nelson Delgado. Initially, she hid the father's identity from her co-workers until the truth was revealed through CCTV footage. She was also found trying to smuggle phones into the prison. Eventually, she was jailed for 30 months after giving birth. Kimberly Hockaday. Kimberly was sent to prison for several criminal activities while she was pregnant. She gave the baby to her fiancé and continued to serve her time. By the time she got freed, she was pregnant again and gave birth 7 months later. She later confessed to having slept with 3 different prison guards. Tishinia Love Brewster. Tishinia was a New York correctional officer at the Downstate Correctional Facility until she became pregnant by an unidentified inmate. She was 6 months pregnant at the time of her arrest and was accused of rape and misconduct because inmates cannot legally consent. The inmate, on the other hand, was transferred to another facility. Elisha R. Smith. Elisha was a former correctional officer at the Pendleton Correctional Facility. While working there, she got pregnant for Dontel Keys, an inmate who was serving a 20-year time for several notorious charges. She gave birth while still in prison and was released 4 months later. Caleb Hopkins. Caleb Hopkins was arrested for raping a female inmate called Jessica Fowler. According to Fowler, she was forced and got pregnant after the 4th time. Her lawyer also confirmed that she was lesbian and couldn't have consented to the sex. She was transferred to a new prison where she gave birth to her baby. Tara Avery. Tara Avery was a prison guard who had illegal affairs with an anonymous inmate. She was accused of both sexual misconduct and smuggling contraband into the facility. After several investigations, it was revealed that the inmate had told his sister about Avery's pregnancy, and Avery even met the inmate's sister outside the facility. Tara Brooks. Brooks was a correctional officer at Parkley Prison when she started having an affair with one of the inmates, Hasak Zreika. While investigating, officers found the phone, which had been snuggled into Zreika's cell. In addition, personal letters and love cards were found. She was found guilty and given a 2-year sentence. Unidentified inmate. An anonymous inmate identified as Shwana H. was a teenager who claimed to have been impregnated by a correctional officer while she was serving time at the Bernalillo County Juvenile Jail. She went further to sue the prison guard, known as Edward Edmond, for inflicting emotional distress on her. Amber Clavel. Amber Clavel was a corrections officer who was not just pregnant for an inmate known as Mark Kennedy, but also smuggled drugs into the prison for him. Before she was caught, she texted her friend saying, "I'm an idiot." The inmate was serving time at Jeffrey Pierce Correctional Center, where Amber also worked. Katera Stevenson. Katera Stevenson is one of the 4 corrections officers who got pregnant for the notorious criminal Tavon White. She's also one of the 2 who tattooed his name on her wrist. 24-year-old Katera pleaded guilty to her role in helping to smuggle contraband into the city jail and was given 3 years of supervised release. Catherine Trevor. As a prison officer, Trevor had a sexual relationship with a prisoner and had a child for him. She also knew he had a phone in his cell but failed to report to security. She pleaded guilty to both charges and was sentenced to 20 months imprisonment. She was also suspended for 2 years.